Hello everyone and welcome back to this multiple part series. I'm too lazy to do the math on how many parts this is, but this is the Civilization 5 AI Battle Series and this is part 4 and is the final semi-finals for the European Division. If you've not seen the other videos, go back and watch them. They're pretty great, especially the last one. Thank you everyone for the views we got on that. It's the third most viewed video on my channel now and the second most since I've started uploading consistently. So thank you all. Brief introduction to the series if you haven't watched the other videos and you want to know what it is. Basically, there are 4 divisions and 4 rounds in each division, and 4 civs compete against each other to win, I guess is a good way to put it. The recordings have been recorded before, the video recordings have been done before, and then the commentary is being done after the fact. However, it's been so long since I recorded these that I kind of forget what happens. So we're on the ride together. Orleans was settled by France up in the north. Very brief high-level overview of the map. It's symmetrical. That's really all you gotta know. Barcelona being settled down in the south, not symmetrical to New Orleans. Not New Orleans, Orleans. I can't talk today. Rotterdam, there it is, being settled in a completely different spot as well. So I think this is the most variety out of any episode that we've had of the first cities being settled. So that's pretty cool, and that trend is going to continue. Porto, yes, Porto is the second city Portugal settles. Predictions. I think when this match happened, my prediction was France. I am currently 1 for 3, so 1 win, 2 losses in the prediction space. Holland, the Netherlands are going for another city to be settled. I didn't even see the Spanish settler. They beat them to it. They're the first with 3. Seville is being settled parallel to Orleans. And that causes maybe the Amsterdam. I can't talk today. The Netherlands settler to move. Utrecht is being settled there, and there is Braga. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to call this episode yet. Western Europe division, Western Europe semifinal, something along the lines. I think that would be the most accurate depiction of what these countries are. In case you don't know, we arrange which countries are in each match based on geography within the continent. And Lyon is being settled. I'm also not decided if I want to release the European finals next after this, because all the semi-final winners will have been would have been announced. No, would have been won. The matches would have been released and you would know who the winners is a better way to put that. So leave a comment down if you want to see the European finals first. Otherwise, I might just move on to a different continent. I also have a water bottle beside me here because I'm not used to talking for 26 minutes uninterrupted. There we go. There's not much interesting to talk about in the early game. That's kind of just the way AI battles work. It takes them till about turn 100 to kind of get going, or turn 90. Usually the early wars too are either really consequential or not consequential at all. Like, sometimes it happens that you'll have wars that... Oh, there's a war that I missed while I was talking. I was trying to fix my microphone. The Netherlands are going after France there, after Paris. They're putting up a decent assault, but like, not really. They don't have a melee unit. That's not gonna fall. Actually, I'm surprised they even got it that low. That was pretty impressive. And there's the peace deal. So Paris will live another day, and my prediction will do the same. Very nice. Portugal looks like they might be trying to move against the Netherlands for overextending. They got a lot of warriors out there in that direction. But they're also like kind of bringing them back and doing nothing with them. Classic AI. Was that war that just happened before turn 100 or after? I didn't see. I don't know if I like literally contradicted myself with the war happening before then. That would be quite funny if that was the case. I gotta go look back on that after. Right now, I think Spain has the largest army. They are currently winning the technology race as well with those swordsmen, which is nice to see for the Spanish. Lisbon, something happened there. He was a great scientist. Maria entered the Renaissance. Oh, she's got swordsman as well. I don't know if I missed that before. Spain just has them more abundantly. Maria completed the Pantheon. I think for the next round, the European finals I've already recorded, but for the next round I might try a live commentary, see how it goes. If I don't like it, I can always redo the commentary. That's not the end of the world. Cordoba, I think that's how you say that. I'm not Spanish. Is being settled parallel to Porto. I'm not Portuguese either, in case you were wondering. It's been relatively peaceful besides that one Holland and French war, which went nowhere. The two civs up there are kind of entangled a little bit. As you can see, Holland's kind of reaching out past the maximum length of the French border and then kind of encircling them a little bit. But it also means that their borders are less tight. So it's less of a defensible position to everyone except France. Right? So they're kind of positioned well to go against France there, but France and only France. If someone else were to attack them, they would definitely be more screwed compared to France's position. Yeah, though the way France is, Holland and maybe Spain are the only ones who could attack them anyways. So, pros and cons, you take some, you lose some. Things happen. Game freeze. Kind of buffered a bit. Again, not much really happening right now. Last time, okay, there's a war. Holland and France again. I was gonna say last time I said that another great person spawned and it happened again. But Holland and France are going at it. Holland is looking like they're gonna be bringing the military back to Paris and just skipping over the other French cities, which mixed strategy. Portugal declares war on Holland. This is interesting now. Is Paris gonna fall? Is Rotterdam almost certainly is gonna fall? And it falls to the French, not even the Portuguese. That is huge for the French. Oh my god. And I don't think they have a melee unit up there either, so Paris is gonna survive. That backfired horribly on the Netherlands, and Portugal kind of saved France there. They got them Rotterdam. France came out of that war after being declared war on way stronger than they were before. And you might say, well, what do you mean they're way stronger? Like, they only got 1-2 pop city. It's not about that. It's about positioning the Netherlands to be at a point where they can't really attack them now. And they were the main enemy, I guess. So France is huge. That was absolutely huge for them. Which is... I mean, I'm cheering for France because I predicted them, but depends who your prediction was, if that was good for you or not. Yeah, Utrecht is kind of just isolated now. Do they even have a way to get back? They do. They can move troops all the way around Rotterdam, between Porto, Rotterdam to Amsterdam, but that's like so much work, and that's probably gonna close soon. And there's, I don't want to say low, but low percent chance that they could get open borders with one of them, considering the history. I know that doesn't matter too much in Civ sometimes, but it can also matter a lot, so depends how the AI is feeling. Looks like they're still at the war too. They're just chucking units into Lyon for no reason. Yeah, Utrecht is just a sitting duck. I don't know why France doesn't do anything either, or why Holland, Netherlands, I'm intermixing their names, doesn't build more units. Looks like the French are gonna go down now with a few musketmen and a crossbowman there. Musketeers, not musketmen. They are the unique unit that France has to attack Utrecht. And I think it's gonna fall. They have a pikeman there as well. Oh, they lost their crossbowmen, so maybe not. I still think they have like no oh, I'm wrong. Okay, I've been wrong a lot in this series. Yeah, unlucky. The other countries are relatively being peaceful. Spain has done absolutely nothing. Portugal just... There's the peace deal. I was going to say Portugal just made France win their war against Holland. That's really all they've done so far. They haven't done taking any cities or trying to take any. I guess they tried to take Rotterdam. I can't say that. That's not a fair analysis. They did try to take Rotterdam. So, probably most peaceful award goes to Spain. According to the leaderboard, Spain and Portugal were tied. Now Portugal is winning. How much you want to trust the leaderboard in this game? That's a different story. Military-wise, it's definitely one of the two of them. France and the Netherlands have been skirmishing between each other for relatively nothing. No capitals have been exchanged, and both are just look like they're in a worse off position compared to Portugal, Spain. Granted, France does have a lot of big population cities, so if they could stay out of trouble for a while, and their AI decides to build up a bigger military, they could be doing some damage. But right now, they're a little bit behind. And you know what, too? There's no one really beside them that can apply pressure, so they might be good in the long run. Yeah, not much happening. Spain, they've had their unique units for a while, but they're just chilling around. I really like the design of those unique units. Okay, I don't know if they're conquistadors or something, whatever they're called. The little logo is like quite nice. It reminds me of like a lightsaber and like a sword. I know that's not what it is, but it's like it's giving Star Wars vibes, which is quite fun. There's a war up in the north happening. I guess Portugal never pieced out with the Netherlands, and thus they can bring their musketmen up and their cavalry unit, though that's not going to do much damage against Amsterdam, if any at all, which is the answer. France is declaring war on the Netherlands now. They're going to go try to finish this off, go into Amsterdam. They're going to do the same thing as last time, let Portugal do all the damage and kind of come in and sweep up and take their city and be like, hey, we totally earned this. In this case, they earned it more than they did last time, but Amsterdam is going to easily fall here. There we go. And everyone declares war on France because of that. So we got some peace-loving civs in this game. France will declare peace or make peace with the Netherlands so they can fight these other wars now. Rotterdam might switch hands and go to Portugal. It does. Portugal gets that city that they should have gotten before back. It was now a better time to get it. Maybe they let France do the dirty work and now they come clean up. Or maybe it would have been better for them before. Who knows? Spain looks like it's marching its army through Utrecht. So some open borders deals there to go deal with France. They're going for Paris. They're going for Lyon. Orleans would be crazy. I really hope they do not go Orleans. They're just going nowhere. They're just splitting up. Okay, typical. Oh, it's kind of a cluster. Okay, Paris. I'm gonna say Paris. I'm gonna call it. They're going Paris. They're trying to surround it. Maybe you're. Oh God! Don't be surrounding Orleans. Okay, Paris. We're good. This is the third assault on Paris, which is I think the most we've seen for a capital, and they don't have any melee units. I don't think. Oh my God. Paris is the city that lived. Constantinople. Who? That's crazy. Paris is just hanging on there. I didn't even notice Amsterdam has been falling in between this. From who? I don't even know. Probably Portugal. But the city never changed hands. So it's all fine and dandy. I wish there was like a better notification system for seeing which city was being attacked. There might be a mod for it. I should look into that a little bit more. Anyways. I was gonna say it's even between the three, but it's not. It might be. No, I think Portugal has the clear lead here. Even on the scoreboard, they have a clear lead. They're tech-wise, pop-wise, position. Yeah, in my opinion, I would call the lead here for Portugal. Especially with those Great War Infantry, or are they the ones before that? Whatever their advanced infantry is. Portugal definitely has a little bit of a lead right now. It was definitely not out of the question of France or Spain coming back. There's the peace deal between France and Spain. They're not gonna take another swing at Paris. They've come to realize that that city's not falling. Probably need some better tech for it before anyone tries it again. I don't know what the Netherlands are doing. They have a little bit of an army. They're not going to be able to do anything with it, really. Can they just defend Utrecht? That would be insane if we saw Civ lose their capital, go to like a 1 Civ minor, and then just win, get all their capitals back. I really hope when they do that, if that happens, that the last capital they get is their own. That'd be like top tier redemption arc kind of thing. We are playing in Rotterdam. That was pretty cool. I also think it is pretty, I don't want to say cool, but interesting how 1 Civ. Oh my god, I'm missing so much. Leon has been captured by Portugal. Guess there's a war there now. I guess they never made peace. I don't know. I should keep track of that better. Unreliable narrator moment. But how the Netherlands can influence things, being one province, or one city. Spain declared war on the Netherlands. They're going in there. They'll probably take Utrecht. Will they keep it is the question, or will they burn it down? We'll find out very soon, because that city is gone. Sheesh. Don't ever do that again, myself. They're keeping it. Then there's the peace deal. With that, that was actually a really good move for Spain, because they were able to make up their city deficit to, or not city deficit, because the cities were the same, but their land deficit to Portugal with that. So, very nice of them, and it is a better city than Rotterdam. Amsterdam will fall to the Portuguese. There it goes. And they take Orleans in a peace deal. That's crazy. Portugal is looking mighty strong right now. Yes. Don't have the tech advantage still. Well, they might, but not in visual units tech advantage. But 2 capitals. Yeah, they're looking pretty hefty. Pretty good. It's gonna be fun to see Civs try to take Paris now. That's my new. Portugal declares war on Spain. Not even going for Paris, just going straight to it. Looks like they have an army in the south in Braga. They're gonna push on Seville. Spain's got a bit of an army too. This is actually gonna be a fight. This is very interesting. Unit tech advantage to Portugal. Rotterdam kind of was getting pushed at the same time as Seville, but Portugal burns through all their units. And it's not a standstill. Rotterdam is still being invaded. Could have backfired greatly on Portugal. Rotterdam taking some damage. Planes are moving up there for defense. Rotterdam taking a lot of damage. Jeez. Oh my god. Is Rotterdam gonna fall? Rotterdam falls. That is crazy. Portugal declared the war and it instantly bit them. Where I'm not gonna say. And Paris is still surviving in the corner through all this. Maybe should have finished off France before they got greedy. Because now Spain is good for Amsterdam. They only have 3 units up there, so. Oh. Actually, it's looking pretty dangerous. They might take Amsterdam. And they don't. Okay, I was right. Manhattan Project finished by Portugal. I was saying this last episode, I think. I really hope we see a nuke at some point in the series. I think that would be very entertaining and interesting to call. So I'm hoping that happens. Rotterdam, owned by all the civs at one point, burned by the Spanish. Definitely the most influential city in this game so far. And it's gone. It's kind of sad. Battleships. Spain has battleships. I noticed that. That's pretty cool. Or destroyers. I always get those confused. It's been like years since I played Civ 5 properly. It's the same with those anti-air or anti-tank. I think those are anti-air guns, though I'm not entirely sure. Machine guns, those ones I recognize. Just the civs building back their armies up. Porcelain Tower, completed by Maria the First of Portugal. I like saying Portugal like that. Portugal. It's fun. Fun way to say a country. Lisbon is the biggest of the capitals, I'm noticing. Which, I don't know if it's accurate. I think Madrid, well, for sure Paris would be bigger than Lisbon. Is Lisbon bigger than Amsterdam, though? In real life, not in the game. Because, of course, Amsterdam's the smallest. It's been taken over twice. It's also puppeted. Madrid being the same size as Paris is interesting. Doing Portugal just wonder spamming. Ore farming. And there they go. Declaring war on France. They're going to try to end France off. What they should have done before, perhaps. Manhattan Project, Spain. Again, hoping you see a nuke. Paris, of course. The Legend of Paris, this game. The unbeatable city. This time, I think it's going to fall. Tech has just gotten too good. France is too weak. And they do fall. Paris has fallen to the Portuguese, who now have 3 capitals. And there's the peace deal out of it. Portugal looking mighty fine right now. But they do have a little bit of a smaller military compared to Spain, which I think is a very interesting situation to be in. You have the most land, the most capitals, most score, most science, yet you're behind on military. Well, we'll see what happens with that. I do have most tech as well, giving it a glance over rocket artillery. And there, Portugal declares war on Spain again, hoping not to make the same mistakes. However, Spain has a massive military in the south, and Portugal just had no troops there. What were they thinking? They were all going to attack Utrecht. Negative IQ from the AI for Portugal. They are just, oh my god. Their cities are surrounded by the Spanish. That is crazy. They have nothing to defend it. They're going to lose Lisbon and Braga easily. They don't have... Oh, Destroyer's melee unit. Yeah, Braga, Lisbon, both fallen. Monumental collapse from Portugal. That is crazy. Ew. Hate to see it or you love to see it, depending who you were cheering for, of course. But that has probably got to be one of the dumbest AI moves I've seen. And there's the peace deal between Spain and Portugal. In some part there, they got Paris. Not sure if that was part of the peace or if they took that. I wasn't watching, I was looking at the bottom. This is in times 15 speed. I remember this now. As I was recording the video, I sat here for quite a while, and they just wouldn't declare war on each other. They wouldn't advance in tech. They wouldn't do anything. They moved their units back and forth in a rhythmic pattern forever. As you can see, it's been like 100 turns. It took so long. I was sitting at my chair, bored as I could ever be. It was dumbfounding me. There's no tech. They still have those parachutes. Nothing being built. They're not even building more units. They're just moving them around, doing absolutely nothing. And it was driving me bonkers. I think at this point I was contemplating just being like, should I just declare Spain the winner? And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to set that precedent. Because, like, yeah, it's a bad precedent to send. And it makes the winner arbitrary. But something had to happen. It's been like 300 turns. So here's me trying to use the in-game editor to try to get them to declare war on each other. And they wouldn't do it. And then I realized I can just forcefully do it. And that's not the best precedent to set either. But literally nothing was happening. Portal was about to fall there. And the reason nothing was happening... Also, yes... A nuke was used. I was so happy. In the game. A nuke was used in the game. I don't condone nukes in real life. But I was happy about a nuke being used in the game. I was like, yes. Finally happened. Thought it was interesting. It wasn't fully interesting because, you know, they had so much time to build them and do nothing. But the reason they weren't doing anything is because they were both in massive amounts of debt and they couldn't advance anywhere. They were losing like thousands of gold a turn, if I remember correctly. It was like nothing at all was happening. I don't think anything was going to happen. So I think I made the right move. And if that happens at some point in the future, I will do the same thing. Sorry, not sorry. That's what I've decided. So Porto has fallen, and it's going super slow because it's turn 739, which is bonkers. But judging by this unit buildup, Amsterdam is going to fall pretty easily. Portugal's got no units. Spain has a ton. Not that they have any money to build anymore if this doesn't work, but all you need is the domination victory to move on to the European finals. So, we're going to painfully wait here as my computer cries out for help trying to run these turns to see Amsterdam fall and Spain take all 4 capitals. And Spain move on to the European finals.